All right. So today, what we're going to do is basically talk about how to use ChatGPT and leverage AI to grow our agency. This is our agency channel, and we want to do basically a live video that shows you exactly how to use ChatGPT and AI to get more leads for an agency. I'm actually going to share something that I think will be very interesting for anyone watching if you want to generate more leads. Because one of the biggest problems I think most people have when it comes to growing their agency is not actually delivering the service, it's not even hiring people, it's actually just getting clients. Like, that is the number one thing. And if you're watching this, please do smash a like on it. Feel free to ask any questions you got as well. I'm just going to post something quickly down there, a couple of free links to a course that we have for you. So if you want to get access to my free agency course, you can. Comes with loads of recipes. We're going to get straight into this. I'm interested to see how many people actually watch it, because honestly, this is something that I've not seen a lot of people do. Now, I'm just trying to see, where can I share my screen? Oh, there we go. How do we share the screen? There's no option to share the screen. All right, well, I'm going to talk you through it anyway. When it comes to lead generation, if we can't share our screen, I'm just going to go through it and read it out. So when it comes to generating leads, what I try and tend to focus on is one channel at a time. Whether you're using ChatGPT, whether you're using AI or not, and you can check out my LinkedIn or my Facebook group, an agency Facebook group, to check that out and see how we do it. But essentially, I've been working on the lead generation funnel and module for my agency mastermind right now, and I was like, I should probably share some of the stuff that I learned when I was kind of breaking it down into separate modules. And that was basically, how do you get more clients with agencies? And one of the first things I would say is focus on one thing at a time, right? So a lot of people, a lot of agencies especially, make the mistake of trying to do everything at once. So like, right, I'm going to do YouTube, I'm going to do Twitter, I'm going to do LinkedIn all at once, because they see other people and other people succeed in doing that. And the problem with that is, like, you're trying to shortcut something that actually takes a lot more focus and energy than you realize, right? So when it comes to growing your business with AI and agency stuff, you really want to focus on just one thing at a time. So for me, when I was first getting started out, I focused on Fiverr. And I just did that all day, every single day, to get as many clients as I could. And then when I max it out and I hit my maximum earning capability on there, because I'd scaled as much as I could with the amount of time and limited resources I had, I then moved on to using Upwork. Upwork was a really great way to get higher value clients. And if I could share my screen right now, I would actually show you what I'm talking about, but I can't. But it doesn't matter anyway, because I'm basically talking you through it. But if you want to check that out, check out my Upwork profile and you see what we're doing there. And essentially what I did for 30 days to try and get my first few clients on there was, I literally sat down from like 8 in the morning until 5 p.m. at night, just sending tons and tons of proposals, getting on calls with potential clients, reaching out to other clients, optimizing my profile, and just putting all my mental energy that I could into one channel. And it actually took about 30 days to get my first client from that platform. But after that, it was almost like I was getting clients every single week. And then after a while, it started becoming every single day, because I was putting all my energy into one place and one sort of channel of focus. And that's what I'd recommend if you're doing this. This is the same sort of idea as well. If I move on to the next step, which is not just focusing on one channel at a time, but giving yourself a certain time frame to focus, right? So when it comes to actually growing your agency, I would recommend just dedicating like 90 days or 100 days to cracking one single sales channel. And then later, once you feed out, once you start getting clients from Upwork or Fiverr or email, etc., once you can do all of those consistently, then you can hand it off to someone else. You don't have to do it forever. Like, for example, if you're using Fiverr, you can easily get a virtual assistant to log in there and do the work for you. If you're doing cold email outreach, well, that definitely doesn't require you sitting down and doing it. You can just record your screen, do it a few times, and then train a virtual assistant on exactly how to do it for you. And basically, by doing this for 90 days and staying absolutely focused, then you give yourself a target and you're like, right, by the end of the 90 days, if I'm getting one client every single week for my agency, then I'm going to carry on with this channel. If I actually don't get a single client in 1 month, then I'm just going to stop doing this completely, because it's a waste of time. And basically dedicate 90 days to cracking the code on it. reverse engineer both a goal and also a minimum viable goal. So what do I mean by that? Well, for example, it might be like, right, my goal is to get a client every single week with this platform. My minimum viable goal is if I fall below what I want to achieve, I'm going to drop out. I'm going to stop using it, right? So that those three things will make a massive difference when it comes to lead generation. Focus on one lead generation channel at a time. Dedicate 90 days to cracking the code on it. Reverse engineer both a goal and the minimum viable goal. And that basically gives you a get out point. So if things aren't working, it'd be stupid to carry on. But if you do get it working, then you can just carry on and you know it's working. Additionally, and this leads into AI, is never let volume or effort be the reason that you fail. So what a lot of people do is they do the right things, but they don't do them at the level required to actually get results. And if you're doing the right things, for example, if you're brushing your teeth, but you're only brushing your teeth once a year, well, that's a total waste of time, isn't it? That's not going to be very good for your health. And it's the same with lead generation. It's like if you're just tweeting out once a day with ChatGPT, that's not very useful at all. But if you scale that and you're like, right, I'm going to post 50 or 100 times a day on Twitter every single day for 90 days, then is your business going to grow? Absolutely. Or you're going to iterate and learn a lot of things on the way that will lead to growing your agency and lead to getting more clients and sales through your agency. And so all these sort of things really help. So just to recap, focus on one lead generation channel at a time. Dedicate 90 days to cracking the code on it. Reverse engineer both a goal and a minimum viable goal, because the minimum viable goal gets you a get out point. Never let volume or effort be the reason that you fail. And this is why ChatGPT is so powerful, because with ChatGPT, you can scale as much as you want. If you want to put out 100 tweets in a day, you absolutely can. If you want to put out 20 posts on LinkedIn every single day, you absolutely can. If you want to create an email funnel that is set for the next 90 days, well, you can pretty much set it up in one day, right? And it just shortens the time frames, but it also lets you do everything at the volume required. And then once you're done, you document the process. So for example, you record it and you put in some step-by-step instructions and you give it to your team members, right? So for example, with my Twitter account, and you can check this out at Julian Goldie SEO, what we started doing was actually publishing 30 times a day. And I was doing it all myself. And then it got to the point where I was doing YouTube videos and I was trying to manage my team and I was trying to hire and I was trying to do Twitter. I was like, doing Twitter, I don't have the time for it. I'm going to give it to a virtual assistant. So literally all I did in about half an hour was document exactly how I think and what I do with Twitter. And you can check out my video on YouTube that explains exactly how to do that. And this is also going to be covered in my agency mastermind if you haven't already joined. But basically, by doing this, we can scale. We can easily give ChatGPT to our team, and it literally only takes like 30 minutes to document the process. And then the final thing that I would say, once you've focused on one lead generation channel, once you've dedicated 90 days to cracking the code on it, once you've hit your goal and you've done it in the right volume required, and once you've documented the process and given it to your team, the final thing to do is just set a KPI for your team, right? To see how they're performing. So for example, if you've got someone doing Twitter, well, you might want to set them a KPI of like 30 tweets a day, or you might want to set them a KPI of X amount of sales calls per week. The same with Upwork. You might want to say to your virtual assistant, okay, you're going to handle sending proposals for my agency, but I need you to send X amount of proposals using the templates that I give you every single day. And you're going to document that in a spreadsheet. And that way you can easily measure their performance. And this works for pretty much every single channel you can imagine. So for example, we've generated thousands of clients on autopilot across, quite a long time. Thousands of clients leads, sorry. So thousands of client leads, not thousands of clients. We have over 100 clients right now. And we've used platforms like Twitter, email, YouTube, Facebook groups, LinkedIn, Upwork, all using ChatGPT inside there. Warm outreach, Facebook ads, and Google ads, right? And whatever platform you use, this process works over and over again. So you can just rinse it, you can repeat it, you can iterate, and there's literally an abundance of clients in the world looking for you, right? So it's just about implementing the strategies that I've talked about today, and then you can scale acquisition as much as you want. So that's pretty much it from me. Ran over. I just wanted to get a video out there because I've not done a video on my agency YouTube channel for a while. And like I say, there's a free agency course in the chat. If you want to get coaching directly with me on how to grow your agency, I've scaled my agency to about $5 million, maybe growing at the minute. And if you want to learn exactly how I've done that, then feel free to join the agency mastermind. And Little Stony says, great stuff, bro. So appreciate you watching. Thanks so much. And if you are watching this, please smash a like on it. That would make a massive difference. Appreciate you watching all. Bye-bye.